Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. I guess today is a double upload day, I guess. I was still in the mood. I was like, I wanted to, cover the first day UA in the last video, but it was still getting pretty long, so I didn't want to make it like an hour long video, so, here we go. And, as you know, no, Izuku is, having a conversation with Kagura because I think they're still in their room in his room. Sorry, and so and she's like talking about responsibilities and stuff like that, and because she's just nagging him because she's a mother and they do that. So, anyways, they go, and Kagura's like, "Dear, we need to get you some food before you take off." And Izuku's like, "Yes, fine, I'll grab something." And he's like, "No, we're gonna have a little. You're gonna at least have breakfast with me and your mother." And so he's like, "Very well." As they go, as they sit down and eat, and Inko's surprised. He's like, "Ah, my son, I'm surprised to see you eating with us at all," because Midoriya doesn't like eating with the family. Like he's very seclusive. He likes his space, but you know, he never eats breakfast, but he eats dinner with everyone. But anyways, let's continue. and and Midoriya, well, Izuku's like, yes, well, mother wanted me to have breakfast together before first day of school, and Inka's like, so so oh, sorry, I brain fart. So are you okay? Mama Midoriya is like, so are you looking forward to going to the UA because you passing first? So I'm like, I am actually. There's per, this person I met, and to introduce him, he he's fun to beat up. He's fun to mess with. And Inko's like, who is he? Like, it's like, who is he or her? He's like, who is it? He's like, some guy named Bakugo, hothead. Apparently was hothead. I haven't seen his quirk, but I'm guessing. No, yeah, no, he has seen his quirk. I seen his quirk one time. It's typical for his personality to have explosions. Have fire-based quirks usually or hotheads usually. Shoto's the exception to that mindset, probably because of her eyes. And Kagura is like was surprised she brought up Shoto, and Mama Midori is like, yeah. Speaking of Shoto, I probably will be in the same class as you. Sorry, that's alarm for some reason. Okay, and Midori is like, yeah, I expect I should definitely get in UA, and Mama Midori is like, remember, like I said, keep an eye out and don't reveal don't reveal your transformation for your last resort. If you have to, don't use it during none of the tests and none of that stuff, stupid stuff that's for battle only. And Izuku, nods his head. He's like, yes, I understand, mother. He's like, there's rules. Like, yeah, you can't fluently use that ability outside. It's one of the family rules, so he can only transform when a battle needs to be used, the ability. So, you get what I mean. And so anyways, so he gets up from the table and goes to school. Gets the driver, and they, drive to, start the UA. First day UA. Excuse me, I'm gonna light this real fast. And so he gets to the driver. She drops him off and wishes Midoriya a good day at school. And Midoriya says, you know appreciates the gesture, and says thank you and have a good day. Because Kagura's kind of been nagging him about his how he treats other people, basically. He's Yeah, he's still a warrior mindset, but he's a warrior, but he's nice. A little bit nicer than, hey maggot, get over here, or hey lower life form, type of stuff. So he's gonna start using people's names that he doesn't not want to do, but that happens. So he goes up, walks up the stairs because there's stairs before we get into the main entrance of the UA, and he sees Shoto and Momo. They're they've been in there for a little bit, but they're just chilling, talking because they're friends, and and Momo's like she brought up Shoto brought up Midoriya because she told her about the training and they're talking. Midoriya hasn't, walked up to them yet. They're still in their conversation, and they're like, "Yeah, he kind of, he's kind of been training with me, Momo." And Momo's like, "What? Like, are you sure?" And yeah, like that must be a pain. And Shoto is like, "No, it actually, he's been quite pleasant to me recently. Like since I started training, he's chilled out a little bit. Yeah, chill. Anyways, and he's like, that guy, and Momo's like, that guy chill? I highly doubt it. Because, she's, Momo. And he's like, and Shoto's like, yeah, and, I kind of went on a date with him afterwards. And she just looked away. It's like, and Momo was like, what? Say that again, dear? And it's like, Shoto's like, don't make me. And Momo's prodding her, poking her, like, tell me. And so she's like, yeah, after one day after the training, after we sparred, and he quite enjoyed the sparring session with me, apparently, and kind of forcibly asked me on a date. He's like, what do you mean forcibly? He just said we're going out to eat and come on before I change my mind. And and Momo with a sigh, he's like, yeah, that sounds like him. But actually, it was quite nice. We talked. He opened up a little bit about his family life a little bit, and we talked a little bit. I quite enjoyed it, and surprisingly, he's kind of grew on me a little bit. And so they're talking, and Shoto sees Midoriya walking, about to walk past him because Midori didn't see them talking. He wasn't paying attention. He was paying attention to, the first day. And Shoto's like, Midoriya, it's good to see you again. I was like, oh, hey, Shoto, it's very nice to see you. And your friend Momo, it's Miss Momo, it's very nice to talk to you again. And Momo sighs, like, please, just drop the miss. Just call me Momo. And I'm like, yeah. Midori's like, yeah, that's kind of awkward. Trying to, trying this new thing out that, I promise, Shoto and my mom. Because they both made him promise. Attacking his ass, so basically. So it's like, yeah, they, um, Shoto and my mother, the nice one, as he's like kind of laughing, like nervously. He's like, not nervously, but laughing because the nervous of the flashback of how his mom acts and treats other people and how she trains him. It's like, yeah, yeah, they're try to get me to be more friendlier in human interactions, that she would call it. And he's like, it's so far so good. I haven't killed anyone yet. So and that took Momo by surprise. And she's like, what? Because Momo's always known as Midoriya as like arrogant, but yet he's pretty powerful. he'll flat someone easy just for pissing them off. So, but in reality, Midori never goes too far with anyone. Doesn't want to kill anyone because there's rules in place about that and going to UA. So yeah, no killing other students. That's a bad thing. So let's continue. And they're like, yeah, and Momo, and they're talking with Izuku before they have to go into going and say, and this took by Shoto's surprise, but yeah, Midoriya says, Momo, and she's like, yeah, and she's like, yeah, what do you need? And it's like, yeah, I wanted to kind of apologize for my first interaction with you. I was kind of in a bad mood, and I kind of took it out on you and Shoto, and because of the deal with the family stuff. So she wasn't sure what that was all about, but she's like, she kind of accepts, the apology. Like she's not totally on board with Midoriya, but she's getting there. They'll have she doesn't like Midoriya, but they're slowly going to have become friends. So anyway, so they walk in, they go through, Shoto's like, God, like, where is UA? I wish they hand out maps. And Midoriya's like, he has a couple of spares, and he's like, here, Shoto, this should work. He's like, this is a map of the whole school. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of dumbed it down, the map a little bit. I got access. My mom made some, maps for me, just in case I know where I'm going. So I I think it should be mandatory, but apparently Nezu forgot about that. And so, so he's like, okay, and they are okay. So he hands both of them maps, and they thank Midoriya, and they go like, they finally get to it after going a couple left turns, anyways, and they're talking as they're walking, and they get to the I forget what color the door was, but the big door, has class 1A on it. So, that that stuff. So they open it up, and as soon as Midori and Shoto and Momo open up the door, because um Izuku could open it by himself, but they're being nice. They're helping him out because he's being nice and apologizing to people. Like Momo was thinking like what did he eat last night? Because it's and type of stuff. It's like anyways. So as they open the door, Midoriya, Izuku hears a familiar voice, Bakugo, as hears some annoying kid with glasses just rambling on about how like Ida's like, how dare you, deviant, putting your desk on UA property. You're disrespecting our school, and a real student wouldn't be like acting this way. And as he looks over to the other side of other side of the classroom, he sees his mom in on the teacher's desk, reading a book and drinking her tea, and she's not paying attention to those kids whatsoever. She's like, class hasn't started, so she doesn't have to put them in line yet. Bakugo's like, shut up, nerd. I'll kill you. And he just like, how dare you? You would threaten a fellow student? Are you sure you're in the right place? As as Bakugo's like, he's like getting upset, and he's like, fine, I'll just blow you up. And Midoriya, grabs his hand and says, relax, little fish. Class is about to start. Sit in here. Behave. As Midoriya is giving off, a little bit of a killer instinct. Just a little bit. just to, get him to, shut up. So Bakugo is pissed, but he can't do anything because after the last time, you know, his interaction with Izuku, it didn't quite end well for him. So he's like, "Damn it, I'm gonna get you one of these days," and he's rambling on. And Midoriya, let me light this real fast. Sorry. Sits down, in his seat, and Shoto and Momo saw that interaction. She's like, uh, Momo was scared that he was going to like hurt another kid because she's had seen him hurt other students in the middle school when they were going to middle school together, where quite roughly, but after his training with his mother and just being a generally somewhat nicer person, he mellows out just a little bit. He's gonna be still a badass, coldless, I'll kill you if I have no other choice. But yeah, and anyways, he sees his mother, drinking tea. She's not paying attention to the class because the bell hasn't rang, so her job doesn't start until the bell rings, until that time frame. So I'm gonna say a bell, whatever. And after Momo like saw the interaction with Bakugo and Midoriya, she was quite scared. Like I said before, I'm currently rambling now. But anyways, and Shoto's like, "Momo, relax. He's not going to kill anyone here, I think." And she's like, "Momo's like, you think?" And and Shoto's like, "Yeah, I've mellowed him out a little bit." And Momo's, "Oh, so he's one of your new pet projects, is he?" And he's like, Shoto's like, "Shut up, Momo," as they walk up to their seat. And she's like, "I'm not trying to fix anyone." That's good. Yeah. So, anyways, they sit down and everyone, the bell rings and Demon Empress puts her book down nicely in a little spot, drink the rest of her tea, gets up, and everyone's now quiet and everyone's paying attention because it's the bell ring and because Midoriya told everyone to quiet down because class starts. So one day Midoriya doesn't like interrupting teachers, so unless they're a douche, and then he'll do whatever he wants. So anyways, that continues and he's like, "Hello class, I'd like to congratulate you all, for applying and getting accepted in UA and somehow managed to go and to achieve class 1A. Now, let me introduce myself. I am, of course, Demon Empress, the number third hero. Yes, so I'll be your homeroom teacher of the day. Now, let's get now the introductions out of the way, kids. We're going to get straightly into business now. Now, you guys know that we're having a like the introduction or whatever of the school or whatever, and Ida's about to speak up, and Inko's like, "You, Four Eyes, I don't want to hear anything from you. I know what you're going to say, and no, we're not going to that little activity. This is not a normal school. This is a school for this is a school for heroes, and I'm not. No, we're not. I'm the law around here. I'm God. So, yeah, you stay in line, and unless I'll have to put you in some extra training, personal training." As she's smiling like evilly, and all the kids are like, freaked out. And all right, enough of fun. As she says fun, and it's like, "I want you to line up in a visually line, and I'll hand you your gym uniforms for your Quirk assessment test." As Midoriya, gets up and grabs. He's the first one up there. Grabs the the clothes from the teacher, and that's his mother. But anyways, and he's like goes up, it's like, that's the spirit here. As she hands him this suit, and she walks up. See, if you were more like my son, I wouldn't have to. You would make it far more easier. So follow line, no rushing, and no cuts. So she's like being professional about this. So they start arguing. Kagura's like, no, not Kagura. Inko's like, enough, kids. You will listen to me, or I'll just flippantly expel you. No backlip, no whatsoever. This is UA. I have full control over this classroom, and your careers are in my hands. So, for a little hint, it's best to be on my good side. You don't want to be in. You don't want to be on my bad side. As she's laughing, and she's like, as they're kind of freaked out, but they finally get up and get the their gym uniforms, and Midoriya is changing in his room, not changing his room, in their changing room, whatever, and all the boys come in and start changing, and Moneta is like Moneta's being Moneta, trying to peek into the girls' locker room, and as that going on, you could hear this is giggling from this small little infant, and the girls are I think her name is Jiro. She has she has her head jack plugged in the wall, like this, hearing what the boys say because they're curious or whatever. So anyways, because she's just simply curious because of the number 3 hero son, because she could definitely see the resemblance. So you just put the two together, and stuff like that. And it's a little as they're getting ready, and Bakugo is being Bakugo to other kids, being trying to hype himself up and everything, trying to forget the humiliation of horror that Midoriya keeps putting him through. Because anyways, and so you hear a giggling noise from this small little creature, and Midoriya walks over and grabs that little little midget, and he's like, "Hey guys," he's like, "Hey, whose toddler this is?" As Midoriya's going heavy into the toddler jokes, and and all the girls are kind of laughing about it. Even Shoto and Momo were kind of laughing about it, and it's like, "What did you?" And as we continue, and he holds up to his hand, he got it by his collar, of his back collar of his shirt, or whatever he's wearing, and holds him up to his face. He's like, did UA like decided to run a daycare center or something?" And because he's been smug about it, and he's like, and he's like, "I'm not a," and Meneda's like, "I'm not a midget. I'm not a baby. I'm a teenager." Like he's like just being Moneta, and because he's short, anyways. And so he's like, "I'm tired. Enough games." So he draws Moneta, and he uses his poison claw into like a more of a right range attack to melt the melt the hole, so it doesn't no more. And the girls are listening to Midoriya said, "Nah, you're not here to peek on you know trying to take a peek at the girls. No, you're not. Why are you here, boy? Little dwarf." And Meadows like, "I'm not a dwarf." And he's like, "You are a dwarf, dude." He's like, "You are a dwarf. This is a hero school." "Well, I'm not sure how you got in." As he walks off, as everyone, all the guys were just couldn't really do anything. They were kind of scared because of the reputation of the Midoriya family. So anyways, that happens, and they go through. He walks out, and Jiro's like, I saw you walk in with Midoriya, was it? Oh, his name was Midoriya, Izuku Midoriya, and Shoto's like, yeah, he prefers Midoriya. So, and it's like, he seems alright guy, and Jiro says he seems alright guy, and and Momo's laughing, and Shoto's, yeah, he was a little bit rough around the edges a little bit, so I had to tone it down a little bit so he doesn't, go around and killing people. Because it was, and she was like laughing. She was like, it's like, are you two dating? And they're like, because, Jiro is, being Jiro. She asked the question because she seems to talk fondly of the boy, of, Midoriya. And it's like, no, 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 we're not dating. And so, that she's kind of uncomfortable about it because she doesn't really want to accept it. That's at some degree, but anyways, and so they got out on the field, and they're as Midoriya's already out there, just waiting for the other kids, and he's just talking to his mother, and he's like, remember, don't pull any punches, but don't use what I told you not to use, and that's what Shoto overheard when she walked over there, and Shoto and Momo are they both overheard it, and he's like, "Don't worry, Mom. I won't only use that. I won't use it in life and death situations. Don't worry about that. I'll keep it under wraps until then." As Midoriya's like, as Nika says, "Good," and she's like, "All right, class, we're gonna do a Quirk assessment test. Now, normally, according to whatever weird rules they follow in this school, apparently I'm supposed to expel the last place." Everyone's like, "What?" Like, and uh, Inko is like, like, Demon Empress is like, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, kids. Well, that won't be happening, but I'm gonna do things my way. So, the last place winner will not be expelled, but there will be a one-on-one sparring session, a one-on-one match to see if you're someone from class 1B, the first place of class, the one has the highest, it's the first from one class B will be transferred to class 1A if they beat the last place person that gets last place in this Quirk assessment test. And they're not they're not like totally freaked out about it. They're like, at least, we could get back in, don't get expelled. And it's like, in future, you might have opportunity to, improve and come back in class A if you're good enough. And that's that. And I don't want to hear no buts from, Four Eyes over there. I can't do this because, I'm drunk on power. But no, I'm actually helping you out for once. So, let's continue this test. As she says it, as like it's disgust in her mouth because she finds this whole test stupid and not. There's better ways to do this, and she would like to, but she has to follow follow the guidelines, what you have to teach and everything. So, and let's continue anyways. And she's like, all right, Izuku. And Izuku's like, yes, Miss Empress. Yes, Empress. And he's like, no. You don't have to call me that. You're my son after all. So he's like, let's call me Professor. And she's like, I like that. Professor Empress. No. Let's just stick with Professor. And she's like, being her. As the kid's like, she's pretty full of herself. As Momo and Shoto would shut him up, like, because especially Momo because she respects teachers and all that line of stuff. So and just yeah, okay, Midoriya, sweetheart, throw the ball. You got first place. So this is don't worry, you'll get all a chance to get to throw the ball when we get to the point. This is more of a demonstration. So throw this ball. Doesn't matter which way. She has a tablet, like a tablet, open up for see how far he goes. It's connected to like satellites, dishes and stuff like that. So that continues, and Midoriya's like, very well, mother. As he throws the ball up in the air, ignite his energy whip. The whip wraps around the ball, and he throws the ball with like the energy whip in his hand, like on his finger. Some more momentum going through. So he goes around as there's a small shock wave as the windows around the area is like shaking, and one of them a little bit cracked a little bit, and because he's not like all his strength he put into it. He's not like holding back. I mean, if he was in demon mode, he would go even further, but he's forbidden to use it. So at this time, so no, he gets around. Let's just say he gets around like 3,000 because I just can because I because I don't know what. Yeah, because I'm not good at power scaling. So let's just say 3,000, I guess. No, yeah, that'll work because he's like super strong. He has enhancements when it comes to strength, and the more modes you go into, the stronger he gets. So, anyways, let's continue. He's like, Kagura is like very decent, and Ida's like decent. And he's like, that's insane, and that's decent to you, Miss Empress, Miss Professor. And she's like, good, you're learning, kid. And he's like, yeah, it's decent. As they're kind of more confused, and he's like, so all right, guys, we're gonna go towards the next portion of the test of the Quirk assessment test. So, anyways, they go. I might mix up the order what they did things, but I just don't remember. So sorry, guys. But anyways, so he does. They do the grip test, and everyone gets what they get in Canyon except for Midoriya. As Midoriya gets up, grabs the whatever device. I forget what it looked like. It's been a while, but he kind of breaks it. So he's like, "Oops." He's like, and it's like, "Oh, I'm so glad." And Inca is like, "I'm glad you were last, so I don't have to get another one out here." So he's like, so that's done, and they do the side to side lunges, and Midoriya gets first because with his reflexes. So, because in the original anime of Inuyasha, like the demons had like physical aptitudes of like they were literally demons, so they had like superhuman agility and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get back to the story. So he would get first, and I would give some love to Mineta a little bit. Made him second because of that whole thing he did with the balls and everything, all that fun stuff. So he gets hyped up for that because he finally got a decent place because Mineta kind of sucks with his physical stuff. So anyways, he's more of a stealth hero, really. He's able to capture people with his sticky ball. So anyways, let's continue. And so we did strengths. Yeah, okay, then side to side, and then they do the sprint. Now I'm gonna have Ida and Midoriya tie. So they tie. Though he's more faster in his demon mode, so demonic mode. So let's continue. So they tied, and later he'll increase his speed in normal base. But let's continue. And they do the long jump, and Midoriya does awesome on that because I'm making Midoriya super talented. So anyways, so he gets first on the long jump. So we got long jump. You got the run, the long jump, the side to side. Okay, and everyone did their ball throw. Bakugo lines up and gets it's what you call a 900. Let's give him 900. It gets 900, and Todoroki gets up to her turn, and she gets around. She gets around about 2,000 or something. So close to Midoriya. So and Momo gets her score. I don't know how she how did she throw the ball because they didn't really show it in anime, so I don't know what she did. So maybe made a miniature cannon and put the ball in there and popped it the cord and like made it explode up in the air. I don't know how. Anyways, enough of me even like rambling about what her power could do. Anyways, so everyone does their cannonball throw, and that's when Ink, Demon Empress, she likes to be called the professor for some reason. She's really getting into this whole school role, so she's having fun being, having power over, other people in school. So she's just enjoying herself. So she's gonna take this seriously, like she does everything. But it's just a different way of working instead of beating up villains and killing them, so or making weapons. So, anyways. Let's continue. Let me hold on for a second. So she tallies all the points, and she busts out her phone and calls Professor Nezu, and he's like, kids are kind of worried what the hell what's going on. He's like, Empress, what can I do for you today, dear? And Inko's like, oh yeah, it's Professor Nezu. President, President Nezu, or Principal Nezu. Yeah, Principal Nezu, sorry. Yes, I would like for the first place student in 1B to come up to the field as we're doing the Quirk assessment test for the Class 1A. And the name of that individual student, please. And Nezu, Principal Nezu's like, yes, I think I could definitely get that, ball rolling for you. And Inko's like, yes, thank you, Professor. Principal, he's like, yeah, no problem. Have fun teaching your class. And like, yes, I will. And she hangs up and it's like, all right. All right. Then as a few minutes later, as they're waiting for oh no, I totally forgot her name. Oh my god. Kendo, there we go. Kendo walks up and she's like, yes, Miss Empress, you wanted to see me? It's like, yes, dear. And she said something like, I saw your I saw your the video of your UA of your entrance exam, and I was quite impressed with what you could do with the quirk you have. It's not the quirk itself, it's up to the person. So you did quite. I'm mind boggled that these idiots here didn't put you in Class 1A, but that's politics for you. So she's like, so the reason why I called you, Miss Kendo, here is you have a chance to get into Class 1A, actually. And Kendo's like, what? And it's like, really? And yes. Now, class, and she falls up to the last score. Fortunately, well, I'm not too upset about it, really, because, who lets a child into, UA anyways? And as, even Mama Midoriya is getting cracks about, Manetta's being, like, looks like a child. Anyways, he's like, I'm not a child. He's like, shut up, midget. I'm not talking. He's like, talk to me when I've spoken to you, like, kind of like thing, like, I don't want to hear you unless I talk to you. So I was like, yes, now, Manetta and Kendo, we're going to have a one-on-one match with you. The winner will get if Kendo wins, she gets your spot. Now, if you lose Mineta, you'll be downgraded to Class 1B. But there will be a chance for you to, if you're good enough, you'll be able to, maybe get someone else's spot if they're lacking. And so, it's not totally hopeless, but, you're still in UA. At least you're not expelled. She's trying to, not trying to make it sound like she's a bad person. So, anyways, and Kendo is, Midori is paying attention to this match as, Mineta's, getting his little whatever stance whatever fighting style he has. I don't even think he has a fighting style, but anyways, and he's thinking he's gonna win because he's Mineta. How dare you I'm Mineta, so I will win, and no, he's not gonna win. So anyways, and Kendo is observing Mineta's movements. She's figured out that he has no training whatsoever in any form of combat. He's the type of guy that relies on his quirk and nothing else, and Kento's like, oh man, this is gonna be so boring. So she sighs and gets ready, and she basically freaking kicks Mineta a couple times, just to test out what he does. And Mineta's throwing balls as she's dodging them, and hits Mineta, karate chops Mineta in the back of the neck with her big hands, and ball chops and slammed him into the ground. So Mineta's I could have drugged that off a little more, but this is not a big fight. It's just die, fly, that sort of thing. So I'm sorry for if there's you have any Mineta fans. I understand he's comic relief, but yeah, I don't like him in my what ifs. I had him in one of my first what ifs, and I didn't want to do it, but there was a couple lines I could get out of it, and it would be kind of funny. But anyways, that's that, and this is this, and let's continue. So, and Inka walks up to Kendo, is like, congratulations, you have moved up, and you Mineta, pack your shit and move down. So yeah, Mineta's like, this is unfair. I'm like, too bad, Mineta. As Inko says, this is life, and you're in a hero school. People that can adapt get chewed out. As Mineta walks off, kind of mad, but at least he's in school. At least he's relieved. He's still in UA, not totally kicked out. So anyway, and yeah, Azawa. He is in the universe, but he's not a teacher at UA. He's does his own things. Yeah, I know most. I've never seen someone take out Izawa or Eraserhead, but I decided to give it a try, see how you guys like it, and if not, then I'll know. In next future what ifs, I'll keep Izawa in his current teaching role. But I figured it'd be kind of funny for Midoriya's mother to keep a close eye on him and Todoroki, because she doesn't want them to get any closer. She's not stupid. She knows that something's going on. She doesn't want it to get, doesn't want anything to do with the Todoroki family. So, all right, let's continue. Anyways, dang, it's 43 minutes. So, so they that's done, and so all the girls, introduce themselves to Kendo, and Kendo walks up Midoriya, right? And Midoriya knows her name because his mom said it, so he would have never known anyways. And Midoriya's like, yeah, I'm Izuku Midoriya, nice to meet you. Being kind of a forced smile, but it's not that he doesn't like her, he says he doesn't like being too friendly, but I kind of have to anyways. He's like, yes, and she's like, yes, very nice to meet you. I want to thank you for the Shoto and Momo are overheard this again because they like to spy. So anyways, let's continue. And so they're like, yes, and she thanks him for saving her, and Midoriya's like, that's fine. I didn't know there was going to be like rescue points, but apparently there's for rescuing, and just and Kendall's slapped her head. It's like, of course there would be rescue points or Hero School in there, because they don't dawn on it. And it's like, yeah, I didn't like you were in trouble, and I also wanna apologize for the way I said it. It sounded kind of mean. Even I know that. And he's like, I didn't take offense. I mean, it was kind of offensive, but yet at the same time, you were telling me what I needed to hear, and thank you for that. And they talk a little bit, and when and Midoriya is just like, we should spar. I wanted to see how. I'm just curious how. And they decided. They want to spar against each other one day. To see who will win. Because I'm having Kendo and Midoriya. Like they're gonna be friends. They're gonna be like tight. They're gonna be like, you know, warrior friends. I guess you like call it. Doesn't make no sense. But yeah, they're like comrades. They become comrades. So even though I'm not Russian, but anyways, let's continue. So they're talking, and Shoto's like, I don't know if I like that. And like, I don't know why I like that Kindle girl getting so close to Midoriya. And there's something about it that bugs me. And Momo's laughing because it's like she knows that Shoto has feelings for him, but she she's too you know she's she's a Todoroki, so they're stuck. They're a little bit headstrong and don't want to admit shit. So anyways, given endeavor, because it took him to burn his child to get him to actually do the whole parenting role and be nicer to his wife, and just fixing his relationship in general before his wife did something crazy. So anyways, let's continue. And Mom was like, "Oh, sweet, Shoto dear, that's called jealousy." And it's like, "What jealous? I'm not jealous of Kendo." And he's like, "No, you're jealous of her. Yeah, you're jealous of him getting close to him." And he's like, it's like she just scoffed it off, like whatever. Well, I'm gonna go home because the class is done with, and I'm gonna leave it off here because it's at like almost 15 minutes. So I'm gonna leave it off here and have a good day and night, judging by time zones, and I'll cover the hero versus villain next time on the next part. So check for that. I hope you guys have a good night and day. Judge my and I'm rambling now. Sorry guys, I'm gonna get off now. All right, bye.